Okay, so let's talk about Web3. When you hear that word, what comes to mind? Probably tokens, right? Wallets, those crazy up and down price charts. But today, we're going to look past all that noise. We're going to uncover the real engine driving this whole thing. And trust me, the answer is probably not what you're expecting.
So, what is it? What really powers Web3? I'll tell you this much. It's not just the fancy code, and it's definitely not just the capital. The real answer? Well, it's something way more human. For the longest time, the whole conversation has been about the technical stuff, the blockchains, the wallets, the tokens. And look, that stuff is absolutely important. But it's not the foundation. It's really just the tip of the iceberg.
So what if the real engine, the thing that makes or breaks the most successful projects in this space, has nothing to do with the technology at all? What if it's actually the people, the community, that shared sense of identity, all the little collective habits they form together?
And that right there, that brings us to what you could call Web3's hidden foundation. You got to look beneath all the charts, dig under all the lines of code, and when you do, you find the one thing that truly determines whether a project is going to survive and thrive. And that thing is its culture. Okay, so culture. That can sound like a kind of fuzzy word. What do we actually mean by that in this context? Well, it's pretty simple. It's the shared stories a community tells itself, the values they all agree on, the identity people adopt just by being part of the group, and all the collective habits they build together inside that ecosystem. And here's the crucial point. Technology doesn't exist in a vacuum. You could have the most brilliant, most innovative code in the world, but if it doesn't have a strong, growing culture of people who believe in it and actually participate in it, it's just going to wither away. The tech and the culture have to grow together.
I mean, this quote just says it all. Without culture, technology cannot last. It's a simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. Culture isn't some nice-to-have add-on, no way. It is the absolute bedrock that determines whether a project is going to be around for the long haul.
Now, I know this might sound a little abstract, so let's make it really concrete. We can literally see this principle in action by just looking at how identity and culture are actively shaping the biggest blockchains out there right now.
What's so fascinating is that each major blockchain has its own distinct personality. Bitcoin's culture is all about resilience. It survived countless attacks and market cycles, and it's still standing. Ethereum, on the other hand, thrives on a culture of experimentation, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Solana is defined by its relentless focus on speed and iteration, and Ton reflects that Telegram-native culture of simplicity and mass usability. Their success isn't an accident. It's a direct result of these strong cultural identities.
This really shows a fundamental shift that's happening. We're moving away from a model that's just about financial speculation, where participants just bring capital and watch charts, to a model built on a cultural foundation. This is where participants bring their identity, their creativity, their sense of belonging. The value is based on the community itself.
And don't mistake these contributions for just soft, feel-good stuff. They are very real economic drivers. The inside jokes, the art, the specific language a community uses, these non-financial things build a powerful engine. It's exactly why a meme coin built on humor and community can achieve a massive valuation while other, technically superior projects just fade away. The successful projects are the ones that capture a cultural moment.
So if culture is the new frontier, it begs a pretty big question. Which regions are best positioned to lead this next wave? And surprisingly, the answer might be the ASEAN region, whose unique cultural makeup gives it what you could call an unfair advantage.
Just think about it. The ASEAN region has this unique blend of cultural strengths that are just perfect for this new phase of Web3. You've got incredible diversity, a natural capacity to switch between multiple languages, and this fluid, almost effortless cross-border communication. It's a natural adaptability. In a world where global communities are everything, these are basically superpowers.
This cultural fluency makes the region a natural connector. It acts as a kind of bridge between all these major global hubs: Japan, Korea, China, Europe, the West, all while maintaining its own really distinct identity.
And listen, this isn't just theory. Communities like 7DAO ASEAN, which is a kind of decentralized, community-led organization, are actively building this kind of culture right now. They start by creating spaces where members can actually express themselves. Then they encourage mutual support and a steady, patient approach. And over time, all these repeated behaviors forge a real culture of thoughtful, long-term participation.
So, after looking at all of this, what's the one core idea you should really walk away with?
Well, it all comes down to a simple but really powerful metaphor.
First, remember this. Culture, all those shared stories, the values, the habits of a community, that is the engine. It's the power source. It's what generates the momentum and the energy to actually move forward.
And the technology, the blockchains and the tokens, that's the vehicle. It's the structure that the engine powers. But without a strong engine, even the most advanced vehicle in the world is just a piece of metal, sitting there, going absolutely nowhere. And this leaves us with the real question we should be asking ourselves. Instead of just focusing on who has the fastest or the newest technology, we should be asking who is building the strongest, the most resilient, and the most vibrant culture, because that's who will ultimately define the future.